This morning I'm going to grow some green mignonette lettuce seeds, and I'm going to show you the method that I use, which I think is pretty successful. First up, some seed raising mix. This has got no added fertiliser, and just put a little bit of that in there. Level it out, don't compact it down too much. Okay. Now I'm just going to add some seeds to the top. Put 10 on. Okay, that's that done. And don't even bother about covering these over. Now I add some vermiculite. This is a fine grade. Now what this does is it allows light through, but also keeps in the moisture. Now when we're growing our seeds, sometimes we just don't get the moisture that we need, and the top just dries out, the seeds get wet, get dry, get wet, get dry. With this method, always damp. So I'll give that a water, and I won't have to water it again for a week after that, and they should be up by that time. Okay, today I'm going to try something a bit different too. I've bought some mushroom compost in, so I'm going to fill up one of these small punnets with some mushroom compost. These punnets are from Seedlings. I've paid a lot for a customer I've got, a gardener, and I just collect them, give them a wash out and reuse them again. So, okay, I'm just going to half fill that with mushroom compost. And I'm going to sprinkle some rock dust. I just got this from a local landscaping supply. I went up with a sieve. And the reason I put rock dust on top of the mushroom compost is because mushroom compost is got mycorrhiza, and they like to eat rocks as a food supply. So if there's anything left in there, they'll get a feed. Now I'm just going to top that up with seed raising mix. Put a pat down. Now I'm going to plant another 10 seeds. And again. Some more vermiculite. This is pretty fine, which it needs to be. It's not like the hydroponics, they use big chunky stuff. It's not really what you want here. You want some fine vermiculite just to sit on the top. This one's an experiment, I haven't done that before. Okay, I've got some white plastic labels. These are quite thick, they're the way to go. I've written on it with a 2B pencil. Beauty about that is it will last out in the weather, last for 2 years, and when you're finished you'll be able to rub it off. If you use these paint pens or permanent markers, they just don't last. So that's a nice little tip. Okay. Next part of my experiment is to add some mushroom compost. With some rock dust and mix it through. The other one I just put on the top, this one I'm going to put on all the way through. Might not make any difference, might not work. But it's nice to try different things and see if they work any better. Okay. I like rough dust, it doesn't seem to be as harsh as if you're going to be using manures and stuff like that. Okay. Another 10 seeds. Same as before. More vermiculite. Okay, that's it for now. I'll just give these a water and I'll show you the next step. Should also mention that you should keep your seeds in the refrigerator. That way they will last for a lot longer than the use by date on the back of the packet, and they stay fresh. So that's just a handy little tip too. So if you put them in a dry cupboard or in a, you know, in a hot shed or barn or whatever, they're not going to last as long. Okay, here's the 3 punnets. Just going to give them a light water. This is some rainwater. That's just enough to wet the vermiculite, let it settle down. Now I'm going to put this in a shade house because that's probably the best spot for me at the moment. But if you want to put these on heat trays or something like that, or in a nice warm place, even on a windowsill. This will make them grow. So I will update this when they start to come up.